Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Venus, Mina here, and instead of doing the film in the backyard or in the side yard like I would always do these films, I'm choosing to do it here today because there's someone in the backyard and they don't want to be in this film. So anyway, we start out with this following is the one that Deke did do, and it would be known as So You Want to Be a Overstar. But the Toei Viz name for this saga would be called, you know, Serena Usagi learns a class that being a star is hard. So it starts out that Serena's running late for learn, and she sees one of Saffron's, you know, and she sees, one of Saffron's sheets talking about saffron vitamins give you might, which that's what is said in Deke. And then Molly runs and hits Serena with her book bag or I guess it would be handbag. And then she tells her, oh, well, at least, then she tells her, well, at least she goes, oh, well, at least it kept you from going late for learn, which I do not really, let go, understand that, but that's what she said. Always go around the house doing this. So, all right, so while this is going on, Malvin talks about how Saffron used to be a learner, used to go to their learn, became a show player, and he has some sheets that he got from her website that he bought, and he could give to them cheap if they wanted any of it. And then they all start talking about how lucky Saffron was to become a show player and how they wished that they'd be lucky too. And then Malvin tells them that the only one he thinks that truly has the skill to be a show player like Saffron was Serena. Well, then everyone starts getting into how they're going to do their little show playing skits, because these are skits they're doing. Well, so Nephrite meets up with Saffron and has a fiend to take her likeness from her. So they're all doing the Sailor Moon song, the Toei Sailor Moon song, not the Deke one. And Serena steps on Molly's foot by mistake, and they get irked at each other like they did in Deke, and then they say they want nothing to do with each other. And then after that, they're watching some show, and about a man and a monkey or something. And then Serena's father says Luna could do something like that. And then Serena's like, yeah, that's great for me. Thank you. And then she got Luna doing, play like you're sorry and whatever. And Deke, it was like, stop bitching. If you can talk, you can skip too. So then Molly then has Malvin come over and tells him that if he does this, if he learns these skills, Serena will think highly of him. And he's so happy about that. But in Deke, it was really like, oh, so you think so in Deke, he already had that Molly was going to be his business overseer, and he already had his thank you speech made up for his award he was going to get one day. So then the fiend that Jedi had goes to Saffron where she's in the shower. Deke did not take that at all. And then, takes her likeness. So yeah, that was kept in there. Believe it or not, that was. So that was still kept in. Deke kept that in there, but you would think they'd take it out. They did not. So then the next day, Saffron's out there, a fiend taking Saffron's likeness is talking about how everyone should go to her stretch to become an overstar. And that includes children who were going to learn, a lawkeeper who wonders why no one's in learn, and Saffron's overseer gets also put a spell on them, so they all start behaving as if they're going to be overstars too. Now they're all in learn, and they're all in learn. Everyone's, behaving oddly and saying they're going to be well known. And Molly says she's going to give her name out to everyone, and Malvin gives everybody streamers, and then they shoot their streamers off, and one hits Malvin, but that's why Dee cut that out. And then, well, everybody talks about how they're going to win. And the truth is that Molly and Malvin aren't, they say they're going to win, and everybody else says they're going to win, so they get into this big fight. And then later on, after they learn about this whole dare going on, they're like, well, you don't have a mate. You don't got a teammate, Molly says. I do, it's Luna. But she don't say it. And then Malvin goes, hey, how about this skipping step? I thought I told you we're not teammates. Well, that was said in Deke. In the Toei and Viz world, it was, don't behave that way. Yeah, flawless makes right. But what he said in Deke was, all right, and I won't tell you how you asked me to behave this way either. So then everybody's getting pissed off at each other about who's going to win the stretch. And then Serena's going out, and Luna's backing out, saying she didn't want to be in it to begin with. And Serena don't like that, so Serena runs off, meets Darian, and says, oh, Serena, I'd, be irking her again about how she should be going into the stretch doing some skit, or something. And she goes, I don't got time for this. What she said in Deke was, well, I don't got time for it. I got homework. Makes me so irked. And then after that, they go in there, and it's a fiend, and the fiend starts taking everyone's might in this withdrawal, this empty, this hollow film hall. So Serena goes in there. The fiend frightens her, and she has to go in the bathroom. And then after Luna tells her that she has to be bold and help everyone, she becomes Sailor Moon. The Fiend freezes her. Tuxedo Max helps her out. And then at the end, all the might goes back to everyone. And no one knows why they're there. So then the next day, Serena's like, well, you know what? Thank you for talking some thought into me about why I shouldn't be in that stretch for. And then Luna's like, yeah, well, now play you're sorry. Like they were still doing that skit or something. What it said in Deke was, it's too hard being, well known. And Luna said, that's right. So put all that might and strength into doing homework. So anyway, what was my take on Usagi learns a class that being a star is hard work, also known as so you want to be an overstar. Well, there were a lot of things I did like about it. There were a lot of things that were shifted. One of Serena's classmates, they said, talking about zebras running around with sneakers on, and they shifted that out to something else. Malvin being hit with a streamer was cut because Deke thought that would have been too much fighting. There was one stunt that some of them did with underwear, and that was cut by Deke. But beyond that, everything else went as it was. Deke did put one little slight in that was not in there. When Queen Beryl asks Jadeite if they can get might from this girl, the truth was Queen Beryl doesn't show up at all in this following. But you can make a guess that Queen Beryl, had given Jadeite the all right to go on with this goal, gathering might for the great Overwatcher. It was a good Sailor Moon following. I liked it, Next Friday, we will have Sailor Moon on Cartoon Network or Cartoon Drawing Show FOLKWORK at 5 and 5:30 in the evening. So most likely there will be 2 films going up instead of 1, where we give our thoughts on 2 Sailor Moon sagas instead of 1. I, Sailor Venus, Mina, or Sailor Hellworld, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.